Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's major Arena Soccer League game between the El Paso Coyotes and the San Diego Sockers from the historic El Paso County Coliseum in beautiful and sunny El Paso, Texas. My name is Rene Rocha, and with me tonight is my broadcast partner, Emmanuel Marquez.
Rene, good to see you again. Hello, everyone. Good night. Well, not good night. Good evening. Good evening. And hope hoping we're gonna have a great game tonight, and hoping that you guys will enjoy it. So, Rene, back to you.
And then the third member of our broadcast team, Pablo Saavedra, is still, can you believe it, Emmanuel? Still visiting the old continent, so he won't be joining us for tonight.
Now, I have a question. I mean, do you know if is he coming back? Because I mean,
he's a big fan of Europe, so that's a good question.
That's true, but I don't know if he'll survive over there. But because it's way too cold, where they are, and he's a little desert guy. So yeah, I don't know.
But what we do know is that he's joining us in spirit tonight. So saludos a Pablo Diablo and his wife Abril, hopefully watching us from Europe in Norway. So thank you for everybody watching us on Borderland TV and Major Arena Soccer League TV on the YouTube Live channel and spending part of your Thursday with us. Queremos mandar saludos a toda la gente que nos está viendo en la frontera, en la Ciudad Juárez, de Chihuahua. Emmanuel, anybody else that... all our people watching us from San Diego. We want to tell them a quick hello, Emmanuel.
Hello, everyone, San Diego. Buenas noches a todos en Tijuana. Bueno, de hecho, tardes todavía porque ya son las 6:30. Entonces, sí, buenas tardes a todos por allá y bienvenidos. Esperemos disfruten la transmisión y el partido. Esperemos que sea un partido del más alto nivel.
We also want to encourage you to send us your tweets at El Paso Coyotes. And if you want to send us a message through the YouTube live channel in the live chat, we'll also be looking out for those. And we also want to say a hello to the deep end, the soccer supporters of the San Diego Sockers. They always like to send us tweets, so we want to hear from you guys. Again, hello to everybody here in El Paso and in San Diego and all around the world joining us tonight. Emmanuel, the Coyotes are coming off their franchise first victory last week, a really gutsy comeback win, an 8-4 win against the Barracudas of Rio Grande Valley. Just give us a couple of your thoughts on last week's game.
Yes, as we can remember, it was a very, very close game. For what, like
3 periods.
3 periods, and I want to say like for 3 periods and a half, it was really close. It was 2-0 and then 2-2 and then 3-2, 4-2. So it was one goal. It
was back and forth. It was back and forth.
It was a very fast-paced game as well. Well, especially on the fourth quarter. On the first 2 quarters, they were like very like trying to figure out the strategy, and it was a very close game. So in the fourth quarter, I don't know what happened exactly, but we got that energy, that momentum that the Coyotes needed for
to pull out the victory.
Exactly.
To pull out the victory.
To pull out that first victory that came 1 year. We went what was like 6 months without games, but still, I mean, it was one year after the debut of the team. But fortunately, we got the victory, and we hope to see some of those improvements that we saw last game. And actually, we were talking to Coach Trevino after the game, and he, surprisingly enough, he wasn't very comfortable at the end, because he knew that a lot of things were still missing. A lot of things needed to be
little details.
Right. So that's good. That's good, because he's a great coach, and he knows that we don't, even though we got excited and everybody got excited for the first victory, he's not thinking like, oh yeah, we won, so we're gonna be winning every single game from now on, and we are the best team. No. He's a very focused man, and he knows that there are still things that need to be worked on, that still need to be improved on. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be And a great game tonight, and especially with San Diego, which is a great team, and we saw it last year.
A veteran team, and we'll talk about some of the additions that they brought on, some of the free agent signings that they had. Emmanuel, can you really give us the starting lineup for our Coyotes for tonight?
Of course, and here we go. So goalkeeper is going to be number 0, Jesus Molina. On the defense, number 6, Ernesto Luna. And number 52, Marco Vidal. On midfield, it's going to be number 24, Hugo Puentes. And then on forward, it's going to be Omar Tapia. And you know what? I'm missing another one.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah, you know what? We are missing another.
Christian Gutierrez. How can we forget number 4?
No, actually, because I was thinking Christian Gutierrez, but I didn't want to.
The main star of last week.
Right. I mean, I didn't want to mention it without being, 100% sure. But, I'm pretty sure that he's the one.
Yeah.
And, we just confirmed. Yeah, he's the one. Christian Gutierrez, number 4.
And the head coach of our Paso Coyotes?
Jose Luis Treviño. And assistant is Chuy Enriquez.
All right, and now the starting lineup for the San Diego Sockers. In goal is going to be number 27, Boris Pardo. In defense, number 8, Ser Roberto. Accompanying him, number 6, Felipe Gonzalez. And the midfield is one of their additions, Arim El Pollo Ruiz, who came over from the Sonora Soles. And number 99, their veteran, Matt Clare. And, of course, starting at forward is their all-time leading scorer, number 37, San Diego's own Craig Childs. The Sockers are coached by Phil Salvaggio. So we are a couple of literal moments away. What just due up is the Star Spangled Banner, and then we should be minutes away from kickoff. Oh, we'll just throw one last note in there. Tonight's game, the head referee is Adam Gardner. All right. We introduced a segment last weekend, Emmanuel. Since
That's
we
right.
play here in the historic Coliseum, in the El Paso County Coliseum, we introduced our Gladiator of the Coliseum, which you predicted last week correctly and won a free dinner from me. So here goes game number 2. Give me your Gladiator of the Coliseum for tonight's game.
Now, are we allowed to repeat from one game to another one?
Since you won, you have first choice. Then yes, my answer is yes. You could pick obvious choice number 4.
Yeah, that's right. It's obvious after, first victory, 4 goals in one game, one of the new additions to the team. So I think it's a safe bet, just to mention Christian Gutierrez again. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him. All
right. My pick is going to be another one of the newcomers, number 24, Hugo Puentes, who also had 2 goals and an assist last week.
There you go. Okay, so now I want to say that 2 consecutive mention is a limit. So I guess next game, Christian Gutierrez is not gonna be my choice.
Probably gonna be Pablo's one since he'll be back.
Yeah.
All right. Again, thank you for joining us on the Borderland TV and on the MASL TV on YouTube Live. We're gonna please step away really quick for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. And today's guest singing the national anthem is Mr. R.C. Banner. Oh.
All right, and we're back after that beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. All right, we are moments away here live from El Paso, Texas for the official beginning of Week 2 of the Major Arena Soccer League season. Week 1 only saw 2 games. We saw the Wave of Milwaukee go all the way to Tacoma and eke out an overtime victory against the Tacoma Stars. And we saw our very own El Paso Coyotes come back to defeat the Barracudas of the Rio Grande Valley by a score of 8-4. All right. Here for this first quarter, we have our El Paso Coyotes in white tops with black shorts and black socks. And they'll be moving from, it looks like they're going to be going from right to left. And the Sockers from San Diego are going to wear a kind of a combo, Emanuele, dark blue top with a baby blue bottoms and whites.
And actually, the jersey fades from dark blue to baby blue. It's really pretty. It's a really nice uniform.
I know that you were still impressed with those uniforms from Baja Atletico last year with the French,
definitely
looking
the blue,
with the French national
blue.
team with the collar.
Yep.
You gotta love any time a sports team has a soccer team has a collar on their jerseys. All right, the teams are huddled, getting their last instructions, getting their last pep talk before we get started here in El Paso. We'd like to send out a hello to Commissioner Schwab if he's watching us here through the YouTube Live channel. Again, send us your tweets at El Paso Coyotes. We love to hear from you, or join the live chat on the YouTube Live channel. All right. The Sockers are going to put the ball into play, moving from there left to right here in the first quarter.
Now, if I want to mention that if you notice, well, not you, Rene, but the viewers, if you guys notice that we start yelling or, speaking at a higher volume, it's because the how do you call it? The
La porra oficial.
Porra oficial, it's right underneath us, so it's a little loud.
All right, here comes the Coyotes on the counterattack. Hugo Puentes on the right-hand side. Oh, tries to go between 2 soccer defenders and is going to get fouled within the first 17 seconds. All right, it's going to be a free kick in favor of the Coyotes. One of the team captains. Oh.
What?
I think they said that they took too long, or actually the ball was already in play, and Marco Vidal went down and touched it with his hand. So I
really?
think
that's what happened?
I think that's what we're going to go with.
Okay.
All right. So the Coyotes are already making a couple changes on their end. Again, in goal for the Coyotes, number 0, Chuy Molina. Using a different jersey, Emanuel, a nice, bright, neon yellow.
You know what? I don't even remember what color he was wearing last time. What color was it? See, you don't even remember.
Softer. It wasn't that bright.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Coyotes being patient on the offensive end. A little give and go. They're going to dump it into the corner and try to get David Salas on top of it. Contreras, another one of the new members of the Sockers, heads it over to Boris. Contreras being patient. Coyotes showing about 3/4 pressure. Also not showing as much high pressure as they did at the beginning of the game. Remember, Emmanuel, last week, from the very start, they were showing very high ball pressure against San Diego. Against Rio Grande. Looks like they're falling a little bit back more today. Here we go. Turnover. Pareja Rios gets blocked. Loose ball. It's going to come back to Leo. Leo de los Mochis, Mexico. Plays it over to Vidal. Back to Molina. Molina gonna creep up, passes yellow. Passes it to his first touch for Christian Gutierrez. Molina's gonna put it into the corner and heads out. It hits over the plexiglass. And just a little warning there to the Coyote girls with that first shot.
Yeah, just as usual.
In harm's danger. All right, we're going to have a goalie restart. Pardo.
Pardo.
Passes it on yellow. To Quiros. Velez. Back to Quiros. Quiros long. It's going to play off the wall. Vidal heads it. Flick by Gutierrez. To Tapia. Loose ball. Recovered by San Diego. Again, San Diego. Moment of hesitation. Velez. Boris is going to have to clear it out to midfield. Here comes to Quiros. One of the older players in the entire national, in the major arena soccer league. Matt Clare on the field for the Sockers. Takes a left-footed shot off the plexiglass, and it's going to bounce over and to the Coyotes. All right, we have 12 minutes left. First 3 minutes gone pretty quick. Emmanuel, one of the rules of emphasis for this season has been the speed of play. Putting the ball back into play, not losing it, not trying to lose any time.
Right.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody watching us on Borderland TV from here in El Paso, Texas, or San Diego, or wherever you're watching us from tonight. Boris. Oh, turns it over. Manuel Rojo tries to chip it over him, and just a little too hard. Nice intention by Manuel Rojo. Gets the turnover, and tries to. Boris was a little out of his area.
You know, that was good thinking. That means he's Rojo. He was paying attention to the entire field, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, the execution was not as successful as he wanted it to be.
Boris, long pass, and it's gonna go out of play. That might actually come back. He played it from his side of the field, and it looks like it's gonna be it's gonna come back all the way to the Coyote offensive zone. A free kick from the top of the yellow line. And again, we know that Christian Gutierrez loves these kicks from watching practice the other day.
Yep.
So here comes his first attempt. It's going to actually had beat Boris, and then he just went wide.
He was one of the defenders.
Leo plays it back to Molina. Nice play by Leo. Quick counterattack by Coyotes. Rojo's going to slow it up, and then he's going to go off for is he going to go off for a change? Yes, he is. Marco Vidal takes his place. Pareja Rios. Molina. Long to Tapia. Can he control it? Tapia makes a turn. Play off the plexiglass. In the corner. Anybody's ball. It's going to come to the Coyotes. Going to get Escoto in control for San Diego. 3-on-2 possibility. Escoto. Oh, he's going to get the ball stuck in his feet. Tapia's going to try to freeze it a little for the Coyotes. Put some air under the ball. And the Coyotes are going to clear it out and go for a couple changes from the top line. Number 17, Rey Reza on the ball. To Boris. Olivera, el brasileño. Olivera trying to play it up the wall. Being closely monitored by team captain Ernesto Luna. It looks like Luna is como se dice en español, el marcador personal de Olivera tonight. It looks like he's gonna chase him all over the field.
Yep.
And as soon as Olivera went out, Luna will follow him to his own bench.
Well.
Yeah, so we'll kind of keep an eye out on that throughout the game, Emmanuel, to see if it's la marca personal, the personal marker. All right, we have a ball out of play by Leobardo.
Siqueiros.
And it's going to be results in a free kick from the yellow line in favor of the Sockers. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be even closer on top of the penalty area. 37, Craig Childs. Hesitation. Sets it up. Oh, top of the plexiglass. Great shot. But to no avail. David Salas.
Oh!
Sets it up to Rios. He wasn't there. Nice. In action. Both teams had a great opportunity to open up the scoring here in El Paso. And we have 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter from El Paso, Texas. Molina. Herrera, one of the El Paso's own, had a very, very productive game last Saturday, chipping in with 1 goal and 2 assists. His best game as a Coyote yet. The ball inside the corner. Quiroz wants it to trickle to, and it's gonna get to. And let's see, did he get it? Did he get it before it went out? Emmanuel? Did he touch it before? Yeah, there. Gardner's gonna say yeah.
No, but you know what? It's way. I think he
called a foul on Quiroz. Called a foul on Quiroz.
Yeah, I think it was a foul on
58. Victor Quiroz.
Yeah, over Cristian Gutierrez.
All right, so we're gonna have a tight free kick, bad angle. It's gonna have to be probably played out. We have Tapia gonna put the ball back in play. Immediate to his right is Leobardo.
Siqueiros.
Let's see how the Coyotes. In the top of the circle, Siqueiros takes a shot, gets easily defected by San Diego. Gutierrez with the left-footed shot. Now with the right-footed shot. Got a lot on it, even though he was kind of flat-footed. And it just went about 2 feet wide. Herrera is going to be called for the foul against the boards. So we have first here in this first quarter in El Paso, we have a lively game. Ball moving up and down. Both teams very engaged so far. None. Oh, one-on-one. Here we go. Escoto, one-on-one. Oh, just wide. Set it up. Oh, Craig Childs. Was that blocked, Emmanuel, by Molina? Here comes the Coyotes.
Yeah, that was blocked by Molina.
Gutierrez. Oh, Escoto, great coming back. Nice defending by number 19, Brandon Escoto.
Yeah, there was a little distraction by the Coyotes defense because he was
Craig Childs, was almost alone against the Coyote keeper and unable to put it through. Those are usually ones that Craig Childs puts away without a second thought. Easily. Right. Mm-hmm. Loose ball. Pardo comes up with it. Quick restart. Both teams, again, making substitutes. So they're going to slow play down a little and let everybody get into their formation. San Diego with possession. Luna clears it out. Again, Ernesto Luna, team captain for this season for the El Paso Coyotes. His first with the Coyotes after playing last year with Atletico Baja. Puentes.
Oh.
The Colombian Alex.
Cáceres.
Almost with the opportunity. Here comes San Diego. Oh, nice block. Nice block by Molina on the shot by number 9, Cesar Cerdo. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Cerdo. It was number 51. Eric Tovar. Long ball, and it's going to go out of play. And going to go back to the Sockers of San Diego. All right, we're going to have the media timeout here in the first quarter from El Paso, Texas, with 6:37 left in the first quarter. Here in week 2 of the Major Arena Soccer League, we have a deadlock so far. 0 goals, a defensive struggle between the El Paso Coyotes and the San Diego Sockers. Your initial thoughts on the game so far, of how you what you're seeing from the Coyotes so far?
Well, I like that it's being, so far, it's a very fast-paced game. You know, it's going from one end to the other one. And it's very close. Very close. I mean, both teams have had their chances, and you know, we haven't seen any goals so far. But the way these guys are playing, I mean, we're not. It's gonna be a matter of minutes before we see the first goal in either goal.
All right, both teams are huddled up with their coaches. And we're going to have a break. Emmanuel,
Rene.
if I'm looking, can you give me a recommend? I'm looking for a recommendation. I'm looking for somewhere where I could have a wedding, a quinceañera, a birthday party, and have family coming in from out of town and book some hotel rooms for us. Where would you send me?
Well, I was gonna tell you, give me a minute to think, but no, I mean
It's pretty simple,
it's
right?
pretty simple. It's only Hilton Garden Inn at the airport.
The
That is
Hilton-
the best hotel in El Paso.
The Hilton Garden Inn. Give them a call at 915-772-4722 or just looking up online. The Hilton Garden Inn by the airport. Great people, always treat us great out there. Ball back into play. El Pollo Ruiz in control for it for San Diego. El Pollo, again, one of the players that came in from Sonora along with Contreras. It goes through Contreras. Almost as if by design, Emmanuel.
Yep.
Molina gonna play it up a little more high. We're seeing a little more high ball pressure from San Diego coming out of that timeout. Craig Childs asking. Let's see. We have
Yeah, that was
a
three
three-line
lines.
pass.
3 lines from the keeper.
Three-line pass against the Coyotes. I think that's one of the things when you mentioned in the pregame show that El Profe Jose Luis Torvillo wanted to clean up some of those little small details. I think that's one of the details that we really the team needs to work on is kind of giving away some ill-advised free kicks. Oh, nice off Manuel Sol saving the goal for the Coyotes. Oh, and it comes back and it's gonna be scored by number 50. Like we're gonna give it so far. We're gonna double check the replay, but it looks like number 51, Eric Tovar. We had a shot by San Diego, gets cleared off the line by Manuel Rojo, and it comes to number 51, Eric Tovar for the first goal here at the 5:52 mark of the first quarter. So the Sockers take an early 1-0 lead.
You know what, Rene? You were just saying that it was one of the things that Coach Trevino wanted to
work
fo-
on,
to
to
work
clear-
on, to
yeah,
focus
to-
a little
to
more
focus
on. Oh, that was close. On stuff like that you cannot give
Free kicks
give away
like
so
that
easily.
to-
Free kicks like that.
to a veteran team like
Right.
San Diego, and it results in the first San Diego goal. So I know Jose Luis Trevino is not going to be happy about that. Here we go. We have a whistle, and it's going to be a foul against the Coyotes.
On Herrera.
Olivera puts the ball back into play. Opportunity for the Coyotes on a break on a 2-2. Herrera back to Tapia. Tapia left-footed. And he beats Boris Pardo. Nice little give and go between Herrera, and it gives it back to one of the newcomers, Omar Tapia. Left-footed shot. Nice. Right in the corner. And not even within a minute of San Diego game, there's their goal. The Coyotes come back and show that fight and grit and tie this game up at 1.
Yeah, that was a great play, and again by one of the players that you mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, Herrera.
Herrera,
So another assist for Herrera. He's one of the young kids,
local El
Paso player. He plays very well, and this was a great combination between Tapia and Herrera.
Nice little backheel pass from Herrera.
And see, what did I tell you? What did I tell you on the timeout? That I mean, we were gonna see goals, soon.
So we got 2 in a quick bunch.
Right.
Let's see if how the flow of the game continues. Again, last week we were talking about El Chapito Herrera being one of the most improved players on the El Paso Coyotes, showing early dividends to El Profe Trevino early on through 2 games, already with 1 goal and 3 assists on the season. Molina's going to have to clear it out into midfield. Puentes, opportunity. Gutierrez, can he get it on the right foot? It's going to one juke off the glass. Goes wide. Childs tried to split off. He's not able to clear it. Rojo. Midfield. It looks like 2 Coyotes are going off and 1 Soccer. All right. And we're going to have Rojo also going off, and then Marco Vidal is going to come onto the field. Tapia, the goal scorer. Tapia looking for a pass. Tapia surveying the field. Marco Vidal. Puentes, little hard touch, but he's able to still control it. Back to Chuy. Long pass, looking for Tapia. It's going to be intercepted. Comes out to number 69, and they're going to call a foul on number 58, El Pareja Rios. Luis Ortega puts the ball back in play and then goes off for a quick change. San Diego looking for the post up. El Pollo Ruiz. El Pollo. Harim. Jukes. Still has the ball on his foot. He's going to play back. Velez. Contreras. Back to Pardo. Velez. Velez. Contreras. All right, the Sockers in no rush to set up their offense. They're going to look, cycle the ball within their defense. Now Boris is going to go past his yellow line, scoots it up a little more, almost to his midline, passes it, tries to make the turn. Contreras is going to and it's going to be loose. Tovar still with possession for the Sockers. Coyotes need to clear only as far as the yellow line. Sockers applying nice pressure. Velez going to have to play it back out to Boris, who plays it up the sideline to Contreras. Controlled now by the Coyotes. Can they clear it? Luna going to put it in the middle play. Contreras still. Coyotes unable to.
Yeah, for the last
minute and a half. Sockers have controlled the action here. Ruiz, El Pollo Ruiz.
And you know what?
Likes having we could tell like he likes having the ball on his.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you, that he likes having it, and you can tell that as soon as he started touching the ball, they started gaining more possession of the more control of the game. But now he's out, so we'll see what happens next.
All right, one of the things we're looking for is the marca personal. Looks like Olivera is on the pitch for San Diego, but Ernesto Luna is not on. So it looks like
someone else is gonna
take the assignment of marking the Brazilian.
Right, and I think it's gonna be Siqueiros. Nope.
Childs plays it off the board. Opportunity for Christian Gutierrez. Nope, can't get through. Nice defending by Contreras. Pardo. Matt Clare for San Diego. Makes a turn. Looking for a pass. To Childs. Leaves it off. To Contreras. Just wide. And then he gets a rebound and puts it high and through. Nice play. Nice build-up by the San Diego Sockers. Matt Clare plays it into Childs, who beautifully touch pass to the cutting number 3, Contreras, the new member. And Ray Contreras is able to give the Sockers a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play, and as you said, just a beautiful
build-up.
Pass, just like a little touch.
A little touch pass by Childs.
I mean, right. So that's all you need, a 1-2 combination close to the either inside of the area or close to the penalty box. So yeah, it was a beautiful combination and a great. Actually, it was a deflection by Molina, but on the rebound, he was right there, and
it was still a tough angle, but he got it through and over.
Right,
and,
that's right, because it was a tough angle. So that makes
nice
that
finish
makes
by
it even
Contreras.
more difficult.
Let's give him credit for that goal.
Definitely.
Not a cheap goal by any means of the word. All right. So with 1:18 left in the first quarter, we're gonna have a free kick in favor of the Coyotes.
And see that high pressure from the San Diego offense paid off. Because they were up there for 2-3 minutes.
Constant pressure.
Yeah, constant pressure, and the Coyotes were not able to clear it. They were not able to have control of the ball. And there you go.
From the free kick.
From the free kick, and then Puente 24.
Number 24, Hugo Puentes.
Hey.
All right. The
Your
newcomer.
player of the game.
My pick for Gladiator of the Coliseum. And again, within a minute of San Diego scoring, the El Paso Coyotes come back and tie the game. So this time, within 22 seconds of San Diego grabbing the lead, nice resolve by the Coyotes and coming and tying the game. Nice little setup play by the Coyotes to get to, first of all, generate the free kick and then to execute the free kick. All right, let's see. We have another goal here before the end of the first quarter. Here comes San Diego. Melez. Free ball in the midfield. It's going to be popped in and easily controlled by Molina. Molina looking for an outlet pass, and he's going to control it. We'd like to say hello to Rick Tibbetts watching us all the way from San Diego. Thanks for tuning in to Borderland TV and the MASL channel on YouTube Live. We have 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Can the Coyotes generate something? It's going to be a foul on Salas. We have 25 seconds left here in the first. After the end of the first quarter, we will go for a quick commercial break and then come back with the second quarter. We still got 20 seconds left. Let's see if anything happens here. Leobardo. Again, El Pollo Ruiz likes being on the ball. Nice little give and go. Pollo Ruiz falls down asking for a foul. No foul. Here comes the Coyotes. Little nice touch pass. Too hard. Yep. Pareja Rios. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here from El Paso, Texas. At the start of week 2 of the Major Arena Soccer League, we are deadlocked at 2 goals. Great emotion, great play in the first quarter. We can't complain
No, not at all. I mean, it was
very exciting as
very
fans.
exciting. Both teams, playing very well.
All right, so we are going to go for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Radio Deportiva 1560.
La estación deportiva de la frontera, los mejores eventos deportivos locales, nacionales e internacionales, con las voces más reconocidas de Juárez y El Paso. Obtén la información más completa, a toda hora y en todo momento. Y síguenos en cualquiera de nuestras 7 plataformas. Radio Deportiva 1560 AM. Pasión en acción.
We're back here in El Paso, Texas, to the historic El Paso County Coliseum to kick off week 2 of the Major Arena Soccer League game between our El Paso Coyotes and our visitors from San Diego, the Sockers. Again, my name is Rene Rocha, and with me tonight is my broadcast partner, Emmanuel Marquez. All right, we are getting ready for the second quarter, and We are going to flip sides, and now our Coyotes, dressed in their whites, white tops and black shorts and black socks, will be moving from left to right on your screen. And the San Diego, with their dark blue and their baby blue mixture of uniforms, are going to be going from right to left.
Pablo is not here tonight to talk fashion as he always does. But one thing that we always mention is the uniforms. In this case, I think the San Diego is really beautiful. The only problem that I have, I don't know if you have the same. The numbers on the jersey they look awesome, but the numbers on the short, when they're far from us, it's really difficult to see white on
the baby blue
background. But this is just being a little picky.
All right, we are ready to start the second quarter here. Thank you again for joining us on Borderland TV and the YouTube live channel on the Major Arena Soccer League game of the week. All right, on the fields for the Coyotes is Tapia, Herrera, Vidal, Luna, and the Colombian number 12.
Cáceres.
Again, the goalie tonight for the Coyotes is number 0, Jesus El Chuy Molina. On the pitch right now for San Diego. We'll kind of go through those. Oh, try to sneak attack by the Coyotes. Boris Prado.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, Birdie's able to get a hand on it and play it off the plexiglass. And then next recovery to get the rebound. Nice start here to the second quarter. Coyotes showing. We're gonna call it about 3/4 pressure. A little man-to-man pressure. Playing man-to-man defense. San Diego likes that little
give and go.
Yeah, little give and go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot tonight. So we're gonna have to the player that starts, the defender who's defending the player that starts to play has the defensive responsibility to get back and defend the go part.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we'll see if Jose Luis Trevino. I'm positive Jose Luis Trevino has already addressed that with the team.
That's the best way to break a defense. Give and go, and pretty much every single defense is going to be broken.
Emanuel, tenemos gente viéndonos desde Chihuahua.
Así es, como siempre, desde todas partes del mundo, hasta Singapur, pero especialmente Ciudad Juárez y Chihuahua. ¿A quién tenemos por allá?
Tenemos a nuestro amigo Enrique Núñez y su esposa Elsa, que nos están viendo desde Chihuahua.
Saludos.
Un abrazo fuerte.
Grandes amigos desde hace mucho tiempo.
Coyotes on the ball pressure.
Y aprovechando que estamos en esto de los saludos, queremos, aprovechando que estamos en la parte de español, ya que le cambiamos el switch a español, queremos mandar un saludo hasta la ciudad de Monterrey, Nuevo León, donde sabemos que nos sigue bastante gente, y en particular a la señora Nidia Rivera. ¿Quién es Nidia Rivera?
Es la esposa del profe José Luis Trevino. Quería mandar saludos.
Así es que saludos hasta Monterrey.
Y un abrazo. Coyotes opportunity. Tapia. And we're going to have a blue card.
Blue card for, I believe, 58. No.
We're going to let the officials sort that out. A blue card to number 99. It looks like it's going to be Matt Clare.
No, it was...
No, it's actually against the Coyotes.
Yeah, it's against the Coyotes, but I didn't see...
the infraction. So San Diego's going to be on the first power play. We have 12:56. Yeah, it looks like, I think it's going to be a too many men on the field. So the Coyotes are going to have to serve a 2-minute penalty. So we have 12:56 left here in the second. Live from El Paso, Texas. The Sockers are going to put the ball back into play. Looks like there's still a little discussion going on between the two benches. But To start off the penalty kill for the Coyotes, it's going to be Rojo, Luna, Gutierrez, and number 15, El Paso's own Arturo Turivega. And on attack for the power play, it's going to be number 9. We have 99, Claire, Craig Childs, El Pollo Ruiz. And then right now we're blocked from the 2 other players, but we'll get those other 2 as soon as we can see the numbers.
Number 11.
Jesus B on YouTube Live is asking us what happened with Maleno tonight. He played on Saturday. Nothing's wrong with him. He's healthy. He's just don't want to, older player. Want to give him some rest. Don't want to overuse him because remember it's gonna be a long season. Now the league schedule is now 22 games instead of 20.
Yeah, and especially since the first two games were so close to each other. Well, not so close, but I mean more than usual.
2 games within a week. And even last season, usually when they had back-to-back games, Maleno usually didn't play those. Would play one or the other game, never playing both games. We have 12:32 left here in the second quarter. Childs starting the power play up. Matt Clare on the left-hand side. Childs. El Pollo Ruiz. And then we have Olivera in the middle of the diamond of the Coyotes. And we have, looks like, number 19, Escoto running the baseline for the Sockers. Again, the Sockers, a veteran team, are not going to panic here in the power play. They're going to look for their opportunity. Olivera takes a left-footed shot. Nice block by Molina. He's going to throw it down, looking for a fast break. Christian Gutierrez, a possibility. Power shot. That's the way it had to be. He was not going to have time to try to regroup the ball and let the Soccer defenders get on him. Here comes Craig Childs again. Matt Clare. Childs. Clare. Childs back to his yellow line. 11:30 left here in the second. El Pollo Ruiz. Pollo Ruiz likes having the ball on his feet. Passes it. Matt Clare on the left foot. And he's going to blast it over. So far, good job of the El Paso Coyotes defending this power play. Again, Emmanuel, last year, one of the weaknesses of the Coyotes was defending the power play, giving up the power play almost like at a 2-to-1 rate. And it was one of the things that El Profe really liked last week was the way they were able to kill some of the penalties that Rio Grande had.
Yeah, that's right. And so far, last year it was 54% penalty kill, and so far this we haven't had any. Oh well, this was the first one, but last week how many did we have? Remember, 2?
It was three Rio Grande ones, and I think they only were able to put one out of 3. No, I'm sorry. We only had two cards. We have the score sheet here from last week. We had 2, and they only were able to score 1 on the power play. No, I'm sorry. No, there were 0 for 2. All of them were even strength last week for Rio Grande.
So 100%.
100% effective so far here early on in the season. And the Coyotes are back to full strength, able to kill out the first power play.
So still 100%.
0 for 3 are the opponents of the Coyotes. All right, we're gonna have a quick dead ball here. And then Manuel, let me ask you a question.
As long as it's not personal, go ahead.
When you're looking for some good, sports talk here in El Paso, what radio station do you go to?
Well, obviously, how come you're asking me this, Rene? I mean, you should already know it. It's Radio Deportiva 1560 AM. Radio Deportiva 1560 AM. I don't know how you say that I don't know how you say radio stations in English, but yeah, that's the one. If you wanna, it brings you the NFL, the Mexican Soccer League, games of Los Bravos,
from
the
Ciudad
Mexican
Juárez.
Ascenso, and then NBA, and more and more and more.
All the sports talk.
all of them in Spanish.
That you could
Así
handle.
es que Radio Deportiva 1560 AM, la mejor estación para los Bravos, la NBA, la Liga MX y cualquier otro tipo de
La Liga Ascenso.
deportes. La Liga de Ascenso, los Bravos, los Coyotes, todo.
They're a proud sponsor of the El Paso Coyotes this season. Molina. Chip pass, trying to get to David Salas. David Salas, we haven't seen a whole lot of him in the first quarter. Let's see if we... Remember, one of the strategies was last game was he played a lot of the players first quarter and then gave the second and third line more minutes as during the second quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Because actually we've been seeing more of Tapia this game.
All right, San Diego with possession. Contreras. Back to Pardo. Cerda. Pardo. Cerda. Cerda, open field. He's going to take advantage of it. No Coyote player stepping up.
He's gonna take the shot.
He's going to walk it up. El Paso Coyotes. Very bad defending.
Terrible defending.
Number 9, Cesar Cerda, takes it from his own yellow line, dribbles, passes the other yellow line. No Coyote steps up and defends up, and he just puts it easily beats Chuy Molina. Wow.
And see, you could see the frustration on Molina because he was nobody
Screaming,
was nobody
at
was
somebody
there
to pick him up, and
now that you were mentioning that the San Diego player was just dribbling. I mean, he wasn't even dribbling; he was just walking with the ball. I mean, literally, he was just
slow
walking
pace,
with the ball. Yeah,
slow pace. All right, the Coyotes fall behind in the score for the third time in this game. Let's see if they're able to rebound. First 2 times they were able to tie the score within a minute. So we'll see how the Coyotes respond this time. Midfield 2, Captain Luna. Rojo. Here comes Rojo. Tapia off the board. Oh, just wide. San Diego with possession. Going to try to clear out their own defensive zone. And there was actually, going back to that play, Emmanuel, there was two defenders from El Paso back there. They were covering the runners that, were here. Craig Childs. Oh, little quick turn. Molina, nice save. And at some point, doesn't one of the defenders have to leave their man and go and stop the ball? Isn't that the most important? Is stop the ball?
right. Because I mean, they were covering the potential open player, but I mean, how can you be covering the
not
that
cover the
potential
ball
and not cover the ball that is coming through the exactly through the middle?
All right, we have 7:50 left here before halftime. Again, stay with us through the halftime show through the Digital Bull Media and Creative halftime show here from El Paso, Texas.
Oh,
No
come
foul.
on. That was...
Here we go. Oh, and then they're going to call that a foul? Whoa. It looks like more contact was on the San Diego side, and then they call it a little touch foul
that was a
the
knock.
Coyote captain, Ernesto Luna. Okay. We'll let that go.
We have to.
Craig Childs going to put the ball back into play. Tries to filter one in. Vega. Christian Gutierrez. Gutierrez hasn't had a whole lot of touches here in this first half for El Paso. But as we saw last week, once he gets going, his goals come in bunches.
Right.
Vidal, nice defending by Vidal. Here comes Gutierrez. Can he get it on? He's going to play it back to Luna. Luna's going to play it back to Molina. Oh, bad reception by Molina. He's going to try to fix his error. Can he get it out? Escoto trying to get the ball out.
Scorpion. He got the Scorpion.
Oh, and now we're going to... Jesus Molina doesn't give up on the fight. Goes back and recovers the ball. And it's going to get fouled by number 63, El Pollo Ruiz by San Diego.
You know, that's good. That's something you want to see. That's the spirit that you want to see in a player. He lost the ball and
went
you
to
know,
correct his own
yeah.
problem. Here comes Herrera down the right-hand board for El Paso. He's trying to make the turn. Nice defending by Gonzalez. Herrera gets the ball back. Trying to make a turn again. Pokes it. San Diego's going to clear it out. No, Vidal. Still in the offensive zone for El Paso. Here comes Hugo Puentes. Little give and go.
Oh, that was...
Plays a little go to himself off the wall, but he's just unable to get the ball down and it goes sailing over. Very nice play by the newcomer, number 24, Hugo Puentes. And then we're going to have the media timeout of the second quarter here. All right, we're going to have a quick media timeout here. We have 6:37 left before halftime with San Diego leading by a narrow margin of 3-2. Emmanuel, will you please tell us, for all your insurance needs, auto, car, where do you go? Life insurance, where do you go?
As always, Allstate, the best agency with Oscar Arrieta. If you're looking for, you know, for a great guy and great prices and great coverage and everything, Allstate, Oscar Arrieta's agencies, call him 915-598-9000.
All right, we have the timeout here. Been a much more action here in the second period than we had in the first. We have 6:37 before halftime. And again, thank you, everybody watching us from here in El Paso, Texas. If you're watching us here in El Paso, Texas, come and join us next time. We have and purchase your Coyote Club card, which it's your season ticket for all the exciting El Paso Coyote games.
And do it fast because there's only limited seating availability, and we still have a few open spaces that I can see from here.
In
so
in the reserve box.
Yep.
Nice little crowd here for Thursday, coming out to support our El Paso Coyotes.
That's right, and actually that's one of the things that that I wanted to mention, that this is the first time in the El Paso history that we have a game on Saturday.
On Thursday.
What day am I in? On Thursday. It's usually either Friday or Saturday because we didn't even have a Sunday, did we?
No, not last
it was
season.
just yeah. So yeah, this is something new for all of us, and we'll see how the fans like it.
All right, we're going to put the ball back into play. It's going to be a goalie restart from San Diego from their goaltender, number 27, Boris Pardo, the man from Queens, New York. Again, send us your tweets to El Paso Coyotes or join the live conversation on the YouTube live channel on tonight's broadcast. And the Coyotes, Puentes trying to control it out off the boards, and it's going to be loose ball in the midfield, controlled by the Sockers. Again, the Sockers, a very veteran team, making a couple of additions this season to the roster, most notably number 63, El Pollo Ruiz, and number 3, Ray Contreras, coming over from the Soles de Sonora. Pressure, here comes pressure by the Coyotes. Quiroz. Oh, nice little step over. Try to relieve some of the pressure, and he gets it to Oliveira. Here, 2-on-1 for Tovar. Nice check by Molina. Ortega takes a shot. Another one of the new guys, Luis Ortega. So far, Chuy Molina having a great game for the Coyotes. The Sockers have outshot the Coyotes, and Molina has kept this at a one goal margin. Here we go. Rojo, will he take the shot? Rojo tries to filter it, trying to find Christian Gutierrez. Nice defended by the Sockers. Here comes the Sockers on the counterattack. Captain Childs straight into the body of Molina.
No.
Looks like Childs gets the ball. Goes down pretty easy, if you ask me.
Yeah, that was just the experience of the player.
El veterano feels a touch from Leobardo and goes down and gets the call. Free kick. Oh, nice little quick start. Ortega. Childs filters to Ortega, who puts it just wide. So the score remains 3-2 in favor of San Diego. Here comes the Coyotes, Christian Gutierrez. And we're going to have... It's going to be a handball against Christian Gutierrez trying to play. And the San Diego soccer players all wanting a... They want a blue card against Christian. Yeah. Not just regular. They're just going to call a handball. Looks like they're saying that it was an intentional handball against Christian Gutierrez. No call. Let's just go. Let's keep playing. We're at 4:20 left before halftime. Boris going to play into the corner looking for Childs. Defended. Oh, he's going to beat. Oh, it beats Vidal. And they're going to get Vidal on a foul. The crafty veteran, Craig Childs, the captain, beats Vidal. Goes around Vidal, gets the shot off. But then it gets pulled down. And they're going to call a free kick. The savvy veteran, all-time leading scorer of the Sockers. All right, here we go. Childs was trying to get a better angle on that ball. Moves it like 3 feet where the foul was. Adam Gardner repositions the ball. Oh, and they run Velez through, and then Matt Clare comes from behind and puts the ball in. And it gets chipped, and it's going to roll in for the 4th goal. Matt Clare, number 99, gets his first goal of the season for the Sockers. So with 4:14 left here in the second quarter, again, a El Paso foul leads to a free kick for the San Diego Sockers and leads to another goal. So with 4:10 left here in the second, we now have a brand new score of San Diego 4, El Paso 2. Let's see if El Paso can regroup themselves before halftime and start chipping away at that lead. We'll remind everybody that last week, El Paso was losing by 2 goals, by a score of 2-0 at the beginning of the game against Rio Grande, and were able to come back. Molina. Another Coyote turnover. Can they recuperate? Yes, they can. Now they turn it into offense. They're going to play it up a little. Hold it up. Rojo to Luna. Luna was trying to filter a pass through. And it's going to go out of play. All right, we got 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Luna's going to do a restart for El Paso. Looking for Herrera. Herrera's going to play it back to Luna. Again, great presence and leadership by Luna. One of the new arrivals coming in this season. It's already been named a captain. Herrera possibility. Gets deflected by Contreras, and it's going to go out of play. It should be El Paso ball. It is. Not sure what Eric Tovar is complaining about. It clearly went off a soccer defender. Christian Gutierrez is going to put the ball back into play. And El Profe Jose Luis Trevino is going to call one of his timeouts here with 3:01 left before halftime. Again, don't forget to join us for the Digital Bull Media halftime report. Emmanuel.
René.
So whoever picks the right winner for El Gladiator of the Coliseum tonight, the loser has to buy him dinner. Where are we going to go have dinner tonight?
Pues, what's a good place? What's a good place? I just thought of one. The only one. Well, the best one. Dave & Buster's.
Dave & Buster's. Great food.
Great food. You get to play video games. If you want to have a drink, you can have a drink or 2 or 3, because I know you. So yeah, Dave & Buster's is the place to be.
It relaxes me. Emmanuel.
Yes, especially after.
And we'll get a cup of milk for my friend here.
Yes. Not warm though. Cold.
So Dave & Buster's at Bassett Place for all your entertainment needs here in El Paso. Again, thank you for everybody watching us on Borderland TV and the YouTube Live. All right, 3:01. Let's see. Remember last week, the Coyotes took a timeout, came out from that timeout with a set play, and were able to score on it. Let's see if history is able to repeat themselves here tonight. Christian Gutierrez is going to put the ball back into play. He has Puentes on the top of the key. Puentes is going to go in. He's going to come back. Oh, nice shot. That's going to be deflected by Pardo out of play. Almost the same play that San Diego ran one player in. Gutierrez. Oh, it's going to go too high up. Molina's going to have to sprint out. Oh, off the... Oh! Hold on. We are going to have a blue card. Yes. We are going to have a blue. It's probably going to be a penalty kick. Let's see where he marks it.
No, I think it was out of...
Yeah, it's going to be...
Yeah, it was out.
Yeah, it was out of the area.
Yeah, it was
we
out
had
of
a
the
breakaway, and we have a injured San Diego player down. Was brought down, I think, by number 24. We're just going to sort it out. Take a look at the replay, but definitely there's going to be a blue card and a power play for San Diego. Chuy Molina, there was a 50-50 ball in midfield. Chuy Molina came out for it, missed it. The San Diego player kicked it, hit the goalpost, came back, and that's when he was fouled by the El Paso defender. So we hope the San Diego soccer player is down. We're trying to identify him and see who he is, and then we'll keep an eye out on him. 69 one of the newcomers. Luis Ortega draws a foul. He looks like he is walking out under his own power.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was one of his.
So we're trying to. Yeah, it looks like one of his elbows or shoulder, one of the arm areas. So it is going to be It looks like it is going to be a penalty shot. So we're looking at the replay, trying to see who the foul was on the Coyotes. It looks like we're still trying to sort out a couple things.
It was Marco Vidal.
All right, we're waiting for the replay to come back up. But it is going to be a penalty kick in favor of San Diego. We have 2:47 left before halftime. And we're looking at the replay right now.
Yeah, it was
24.
It was right on the line.
So it was a penalty in favor of San Diego. And number 24, Hugo Puentes, is going to serve the 2 minutes. And we have Coach Salvaggio coming all the way to midfield to ask the ref for something. That's one of the point of emphasis, is that the coaching staff or the players, unless it's the captain, is able to come and talk to the players, or I'm sorry, to the officials. So it looks like we're finally ready to put the ball back into play and take the penalty shot. All right. Critical moment here, 2 minutes, 47 seconds before halftime, to see if San Diego can increase their lead, or if Jesus Chuy Molina could stop it and maybe turn it into momentum to the Coyotes. Because again, any penalty is one of the easiest plays in soccer, and blocking one is able to make momentum turn into momentum into your side.
That's right.
All right, so it will be the captain, number 37, Craig Childs, looking to add to the San Diego lead. Here we go. Childs. And puts it lower, left-hand corner, and beats Molina to increase the lead for San Diego. So Craig Childs, all-time leading scorer for the San Diego Sockers, adds to his grand total and his first of the season to open up the 2017-28 campaign. Off the PK again. So we are at the 2:47 mark. And we have a new score of the Sockers of San Diego, 5, and the El Paso Coyotes, 2. And we're going to have a foul on Quiros on number 15, Vega. Quickly put it back into play by the Coyotes. Let's see if the Coyotes could mount a comeback here before halftime. at least start chipping away at the lead. Matt Clare, nice, beautiful touch pass, but Molina's going to come back. Oh, not totally cleared. And oh, nice. Luna, almost another goal for San Diego. Maybe what the Coyotes need is just to get into halftime to give Jose Luis Trevino a chance. And we're going to have a pull down. And let's see. It's just going to be a pull down.
That should be a card.
Against Turi Vega. Foul on number 37, Craig Childs. And there's going to be, let's see.
No, he's not going to.
Well, Adam Gardner's going to go talk to his assistant referee. And it looks like he's just going to tell him that, I don't know what we're going to speculate here. And it is going to be a blue card against Child. The Coyote bench was in an uproar once the foul happened. And they were pleading with the referee to get a blue card. And there's going to be a 2-minute, it's a holding against Craig Childs. So we have 2:11 left here in the second. So for the full next 2 minutes, the Coyotes are going to be on the power play. We'll recall that last Saturday, the Coyotes were able to get 2 goals on the power play. So let's see if they're able to catch the first one here of tonight. Quick shot. Luna off the board. It's going to go back. It's going to be in possession of the Coyotes. Again, Christian Gutierrez having difficulty tonight. And we have a San Diego soccer player down. Looks like he's he's holding his head. So it's going to be number 3, Ray Contreras. Looks like took a shot to his head and went down. So we're going to hope that he's okay. Going to keep an eye out for that. Again, we haven't seen, since he went down, number 69, Luis Ortega, we haven't seen him come back onto the field of play. Again, the Coyotes are on the power play. 1:55 left here before halftime. All right, looks like we are ready to put the ball back into play. Again, it is number 3, Ray Contreras. Holding, looks like he took a shot to the head from the soccer ball. And we're just going to keep an eye out on him along with number 69, Luis Ortega, for the Sockers to see if they come back. Hopefully they come back and are able to finish this game. Coyotes on the power play. Christian Gutierrez. San Diego being a little more
aggressive on
defense. on the power play kill. El Pollo Ruiz coming out of his own yellow line. Let's see if the
that's what I was
Coyotes
going to mention. He's way out of the yellow line.
And they're able to steal the ball. So the high ball pressure does work in their favor. Cerda. And now the Sockers have the Coyotes chasing the ball. And Pardo's going to dump it in, and it's going to go back to the Coyotes. All right, a minute left here on the El Paso Coyote power play, right before halftime. Luna being patient. Salas. Gutierrez. Alex. Christian. Alex. Little give and go. No. Coyotes being super patient, and another loose ball. Opportunity for a break. Here comes 2-on-1. Cerda. Oh, and he passes it right behind Pollo Ruiz, so the Coyotes get away with one. It was a 2-on-0 against the goalie, and Cesar Cerda puts the pass behind El Pollo Ruiz, who had an empty net. So Coyotes avoid disaster there. And looks like the Coyotes are confused on their own power play. Here comes Christian Gutierrez. Powers it through. Deflected. Salas. Oh, almost came to Tapia, and it's going to go out of play with 11 seconds left. So that should be the end of the power play. And right at halftime, we are going to go for a quick timeout and a commercial break, and then we'll come back with the Digital Bull Media halftime show. Coyotes put the ball back into play. Tapia. Shot gets blocked. Childs comes out of the penalty area. And we're going to have a foul on number 9, David Salas. So we have 4 seconds left here. Before halftime. Let's see if what the Sockers decide to do. Are they going to take it? I think they're going to. They take their timeout right before half, as Coach Phil Salvaggio is going to try to work up a play with 4.7 seconds left before halftime. Again, Emmanuel, what do you think Coach Trevino is going to have to address with the team at during their halftime break?
Well, basically everything. Everything starting with
giving away the lapses in defense of giving away fouls that mental breakdowns, the
exactly.
3-line passes, the
right.
silly fouls.
Right, because they've been, as you said, silly fouls. They've been losing the ball on midfield and then getting, the counterattack from San Diego. So I think that's the first thing he should focus on. Try to get the players mentalized to know that they can do it, that they can pull it up, and they can play better than what they play in the second quarter. Because actually, you can see a huge difference between the first quarter and the second quarter. I don't know what happened. But yeah, you started seeing a lot of mistakes. So that's the thing that he needs to focus on right now. And I think the best thing that can happen to the Coyotes right now is just go to that 15-minute break and just talk about it, regroup and talk about it.
All right, with 5 seconds left, Coach Salvaggio is going to pull Boris Pardo and put a 6 defender in. They're going to chip it in. Contreras is actually back into the game, and we're going to have the end of. So Contreras, after taking that header to the head from that shot, is back into the pitch of play. So that's a good sign. So we are here at halftime in El Paso, Texas, with a halftime score of the San Diego Sockers 5 and the El Paso Coyotes 2. We will be right back after this commercial break.
Radio Deportiva 1560.
La estación deportiva de la frontera, los mejores eventos deportivos locales, nacionales e internacionales, con las voces más reconocidas de Juárez y El Paso. Obtén la información más completa, a toda hora y en todo momento. Y síguenos en cualquiera de nuestras 7 plataformas. Radio Deportiva 1560 AM. Pasión en acción.
When a special ability comes naturally, we must nurture it and let it shine. The artistic division at LAT Studio has been developing models and actors for the past 10 years. Models train on real production sets and parade multiple runway shows. Our acting course offers a spring and fall semester for both kids and adults. Come live your dreams under the lights, the camera, and the action. Register online at latstudio.com to try any of our 3 artistic courses absolutely free. Or call us today. Eastside off Pelicano or Westside off Remcon. See you there.
Deportiva 1560.
La estación deportiva de la frontera, los mejores eventos deportivos locales, nacionales e internacionales, con las voces más reconocidas de Juárez y El Paso. Obtén la información más completa, a toda hora y en todo momento. Y síguenos en cualquiera de nuestras 7 plataformas. Radio Deportiva 1560 AM, pasión en acción.
Dance El Paso. Let's dance. LAT Studio offers the ultimate dance experience in both East and West Side, with classes in ballet, jazz, and hip hop. Dance is one of the best ways for kids to channel that boundless energy after school. And if you really want to get serious, you can also join one of our competitive dance teams. Register online at latstudio.com and receive your first month absolutely free. Or call us today, East Side off Pelicano or West Side off Remcon. See you there.
Welcome back, soccer fans. We are here live from El Paso, Texas for tonight's Major Arena Soccer League action. We have a halftime score of the Sockers from San Diego 5 and our own El Paso Coyotes 2. Welcome back to the Digital Bull Creative halftime show. And Manuel, we're going to have, last week we only had 2 games on the schedule, including the victory of our El Paso Coyotes. What else do we have going on this weekend in the Major Arena Soccer League?
Well, starting today. Today was the first game of this week for the Major Arena Soccer League, and tomorrow, the Express will play against Knights, and this is going to happen in Turlock. And then that's the only game for tomorrow, Friday, and we have 3 more games on Saturday. The first one will be Wave versus Rampage. This is going to happen in Milwaukee. The other one, it's Comets against Ambush, and this is going to be in Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. And the other one on Saturday is going to be Barracuda versus Tropics. This is going to be at State Farm Arena. And then we have 3 more games on Sunday. It'll be Monterrey versus Tropics. This is going to be in Arena Monterrey. Also, the Fury versus the Express. This is going to be at Citizens Business Bank Arena. And also, the last game of this week will be actually the San Diego Sockers against the Knights. And this is going to happen at Valley View Casino Center.
So the Soccer's playing 2 games this weekend, obviously tonight and again on Sunday, to start off their 17-18 season. All right, we're just going to go through a quick summary of tonight's goal scoring of the first half. Leading off for the San Diego Sounders at the 5:52 mark of the first quarter was number 51, Eric Tovar. And then quickly countered by number 11 of the Coyotes, Omar Tapia, less than a minute later. Then the Sockers took the lead again by number 3, Contreras, again in the first quarter. And then quickly countered by the Coyotes by number 24, Fuentes. So at the end of the first quarter, we had a deadlock score of 2 goals each. Then it looks like the Sockers applying a little more pressure, a little more of their veteran wisdom, and started controlling the ball and creating turnovers of the Coyotes, resulting in 3 second period goals for the Sockers. First off, it was number 9, Cesar Cerda, getting a turnover of the Coyotes and going from his own yellow line, dribbling, passing midfield, past his own yellow line, past the Coyote yellow line, and nobody picked him up, and it was rifled home past Jesus Molina to give the Sockers a 3-2 lead. Then, on a free kick, their captain, Craig Childs, sets up Matt Clare at the 4:14 mark of the second quarter to increase the San Diego lead. And then, with 2:47 left here before halftime, San Diego on a break, there was a penalty kick awarded, and their captain, their all-time leading scorer, San Diego's own Craig Childs, makes it a score of 5-2, putting the ball past, again, Jesus Molina. When really quick, Emmanuel, Coyote leading scorer Christian Gutierrez had a hard time getting the ball, so we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments Jose Luis Trevino is able to make to get him the ball more on his feet.
Well, that's a difficult thing to think what can happen, because as you said, he's not getting the ball. So obviously something is not working there. So I'm thinking maybe put someone right next to him to help him recover the ball and get the ball to him as soon as possible, and then so he can start he's dribbling and he's distributing the ball left and right to Tapia or Salas or Herrera, who had been playing great for the first period. So I think that's one of the adjustments that he needs to make, because this is this second period was really difficult, really hard,
Controlled completely,
right?
by the
Because
Sockers.
and I think everything started when the San Diego Soccer started to go higher under pressure. So they forced a lot of errors on the Coyotes both either defense and offense, and that's an adjustment that they need to make, because we saw it last game. As soon as Christian Gutierrez has the ball, he knows what to do with it, and the other players are gonna surround Christian, and he's gonna be able to move the ball a little more. So the first thing I think they just need to focus to regain that confidence, and just go from there.
One goal at a time.
One goal, exactly. One goal at a time. Score the third one first, because if they want to score the fifth one, that's going to be a problem.
So we'll be right back for the kickoff of the third quarter right after this quick commercial break.
Dance El Paso. Let's dance. LAT Studio offers the ultimate dance experience in both East and West Side, with classes in ballet, jazz, and hip hop. Dance is one of the best ways for kids to channel that boundless energy after school. And if you really want to get serious, you can also join one of our competitive dance teams. Register online at latstudio.com and receive your first month absolutely free. Or call us today, East Side off Pelicano or West Side off Remcon. See you there.
Radio Deportiva 1560.
La estación deportiva de la frontera, los mejores eventos deportivos locales, nacionales e internacionales, con las voces más reconocidas de Juárez y El Paso. Obtén la información más completa, a toda hora y en todo momento. Y síguenos en cualquiera de nuestras 7 plataformas. Radio Deportiva 1560 AM, pasión en acción.
To the El Paso County Coliseum for tonight's Major Arena Soccer League matchup between the San Diego Sockers of the Pacific Division against the El Paso Coyotes of the Southwest Division. We have a halftime score of San Diego 5 and El Paso 2. We are literally a couple minutes away from restarting the third quarter. We'll see if the Coyotes can make this game a little more tight and just make San Diego a little get them on their heels, get them a little nervous, or let's see if San Diego is able to easily control the second halves. So, Emmanuel, probably one of the games we're gonna look out is to see who scores their first goal here in the second half.
Right, that's gonna be crucial. That's gonna be crucial because if it's San Diego, chances are that the Coyotes are gonna start getting their heads down. Which they shouldn't, but it's a possibility. So hopefully it'll be the Coyotes and make that comeback like last game.
All right, Emmanuel. If I'm cruising in my truck, driving down I-10.
Oh yeah, I can see you.
And I want to listen to some Mexican regional music, unas cumbias, unas corridas, Unas románticas.
Acá el recodo, la arrolladora y todo lo que se ofrezca.
Who would I listen to? What station? What radio station would I listen to?
Por supuesto, Magia Digital 100.7 FM. La mejor. Te la recomiendo ampliamente.
Magia Digital 100.7 FM, a proud sponsor this season of the El Paso Coyotes. Desde Vicente
Desde Chente hasta
hasta Café Tacuba.
todo pop.
De todo.
Pero no, vamos con lo regional. Lo regional mexicano. Acá Chente y todas las rancheras y Joan Sebastián y
Mi padrino, no puedes olvidar mi padrino Ramón Ayala y sus Bravos del
tu
Norte.
padrino, exactamente. El gran Ramón Ayala.
All right, we are ready to kick off the third quarter here. Again, my name is Rene Rocha, and with me tonight is my broadcast partner, Emmanuel Marquez. And the third member of our team, Pablo Sadrera, is currently out of the country, visiting Europe with his wife, Abril. So if they're watching us tonight all the way in Norway, we'd like to mandarles un gran abrazo a
Un
nuestros
saludo.
amigos que nos extrañamos, Pablo.
Pero ¿sabes qué? No sé, como ya no sé si va a regresar Pablo, mejor ya ni hay que mencionarlo, pues ¿para qué le decimos? Capaz ni viene y ya nos manda por un tubo.
All right, we'll have to tell our executive producer.
No te creas, Pablo, te queremos, te extrañamos, ándale, ya regresa.
Here we go. We are back into play here at the El Paso Coliseum. Again, the El Paso Coyotes are wearing the white tops with black shorts, going from right to left here in the third quarter, and the Sockers of San Diego with their dark gray tops with baby blue bottoms.
And the San Diego Sockers started very strong, very at a high pace.
Here we go. Turnover. El Pareja Rios. Pareja. It's gonna Omar Tapia. Oh!
There you go.
He's able to make the turn and put the ball in between the legs of Boris Pardo. And quickly, within 45 seconds of the third quarter, put the El Paso Coyotes a little closer. Nice, El Pareja Rios was able to get the turnover in midfield and plays a nice ball to number 11, Omar Tapia, who beats on the short side Boris Pardo. And we have a new score of 5-3. The Coyotes at the 14-15 mark of the third period. So, Emmanuel, we talked how crucial the first goal of the coming out of halftime was, and the Coyotes are able to grab that momentum.
Right now, the thing is that they have to pay more attention, especially on defense, and especially because the Sockers are putting high pressure, so they need to be very careful there. And we were just talking about how they were getting possession of the ball, and just a fast counterattack for the Coyotes, and it worked.
Here comes the Coyotes again. Free kick. Oh, Gutierrez puts it into the bleachers. But nice energy here to start the third quarter from the El Paso Coyotes. All right, we're going to have Boris Pardo put the ball back into play. And we have a question from the YouTube. From Chava Manso, asking us, have we named all the players that participated in the World Cup of Mini Football this past October? Well, they were actually on both sides, not only from the U.S. side, but also on the Mexico side, plenty of participants, and we'll kind of go through that as the evening progresses. We'll start off with Christian Gutierrez of the El Paso Coyotes was on the Mexican national team of the World Cup, and the Mexican national team, Emmanuel, that actually ended up in second place in the tournament in Tunisia.
That's right.
And of course, on the U.S. side, we can't forget about Craig Childs. Craig Childs was on the U.S. team. And then we'll mention some of the other ones as we go through. Cerda. Oh, nice little pass. Little wide on the rebound by Matt Clare. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. And we have a player down, El Paso Coyote player down. We're going to try to identify him. He looks like he is, we're not quite sure what's wrong with, he's holding his head, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. And one of the interesting facts is one of the assistant coaches of the Sockers, mi tocayo, Rene Ortiz, it was actually the head coach of the Mexican national team here in this past, the past World Cup, the World Mini Football. He guided the Mexican national team to a second place. So Rene Ortiz spent the summer with Christian Gutierrez, is probably using that knowledge to know how to defend him, Manuel.
Yep, that's probably what's happening right now.
Has a little inside knowledge on the inner workings of Christian Gutierrez. All right, we still have the El Paso Coyote player down, so we're still trying to identify the player.
I wouldn't say it's David Salas, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right, we are, and we did see that in the second quarter, one of the San Diego players, number 3, Rey Contreras, went down with it looks like a head injury, but he has since come back onto play. The one we haven't seen is number 69, Luis Ortega, who was fouled and created the penalty kick for San Diego. And he has not yet to return to the field to play, but we'll keep an eye out on that. Maybe right now he is available to play. Maybe Coach Phil Salvaggio is just being precautious with this player. All right, to give you a summary, we have 12:26 left here in the third, with the Sockers with the 2-goal advantage, 5-3 over El Paso. All right, we're still trying to identify the El Paso player that's down. It looks like he's trying to, no, it looks like it's more of a knee injury or leg injury. At first we thought it was a
head, but no.
Head injury, but no, I think it's looks like a knee injury or leg injury. So the medical staff of both teams are taking a look at him. Emmanuel.
Rene.
If I need some diagnostic work done on myself, where should I go? Where should I go?
To the best place, which is Imagen Diagnóstica. Imagen Diagnóstica.
All your diagnostic needs taken care of.
That's where you need to go. So as soon as possible, Rene, you should be going there.
All right, it looks like it's number 30. Marco Gonzalez, the one that's limping up for the Coyotes. Marco Gonzalez, his second year with the Coyotes.
Yeah, and you know what?
Maybe some of you remember him from last year, was wearing number 6. Now he's changed to number 30 this year. We didn't see a whole lot of him in the first half. Now he's getting a little time here in the second half, and
unfortunately that happened, and it's something in his right leg.
All right, so the Sockers are gonna put the ball back into play. We have 12:26 here again to reset in the third. Here we go. Vidal gonna play it off the board to Diego Salas. Again, Salas, another player that we didn't see a whole lot in the first, and he was trying to play a wall pass up to Turi Vega, and it goes out of bounds. So it looks like Jose Luis Torreviño is going to go a little deeper into the bench here to start the third, just maybe as a way to keep his players fresh for the last period. Craig Childs is going to bowl over Marco Vidal and receive just a foul going over the back, where the two players say hello to each other.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they did.
All right, here we go. Ball back into play. Turi Vega trying to trying to make the turn. Possible break for the Paso Coyotes. Diego Salas. Diego. Oh, it puts the ball, and is it going to be a deflection? No, it's just going to go off of him. It was nice. Number 99, Mike Clare, made the defensive cutoff, and Diego Salas kicks it over the plexiglass. Pardo going to start the regresa. Gonzalez, possible turnover. Can the Coyotes capitalize? Now it's going to go floating back. Nice cutoff by Gonzalez, and it goes into the hands of Pardo. Eric Tovar. Tovar 1-on-1. Lays it off. And tight angle shot. Stalkers with plenty of opportunities, and it goes flying by. But we are happy to report that number 69 of the Stalkers
He's back in the game.
is Luis Ortega. Is back in the game after taking a little tumble on creating that penalty for San Diego. Rojo. Molina. Again, high ball pressure by San Diego, which was very effective for them in the second quarter. Can the Coyotes break the pressure? Possible. Here comes the Stalkers. Rojo's just going to have to turn and dump it in the midfield. Controlled by Salas. Can Salas make the turn for the Coyotes? No. Turnover. Here comes Ortega. Ortega's going to load up on his right foot. Trying to get the shot off. Played off the board. Cleared by Luna. And it's going to come back to the Stalkers at the midfield. Another chip in. Can the Coyotes get it off? It's cut off by Christian Gutierrez, who plays it to Molina. Rojo to Gutierrez off the board. Another pass off the board looking for Pareja Rios. Rios bumps Contreras. No call. Mid-play action. Here comes Pareja Rios. Pareja Rios gets in on the right. Gutierrez on the rebound. Oh, and he think he was shooting, but it turned out to be a pass to David Salas. And Salas just unable to make a connection to an end. It goes sailing wide. So we have 10-15 left here in the third. Here comes San Diego working up the right-hand side, and it's going to be controlled by the Coyotes. Can they capitalize? Here comes Pareja Rios. And the Coyotes are asking for a foul. Puentes. Rios goes into the corner. Dug out by San Diego. Reese likes to dribble a lot, and it cost him that time. Remember, one of the things that El Profe Torino likes to say is that, oh, hold on, turnover by the Coyotes. Leo trying to control it. Leo better clear it out. Leaves it out for Luna. Luna is able to clear it out to the yellow. Puentes. And it looks like, yeah, it's going to be a foul against number 16, Eddie Velez. All right, couple changes for the Coyotes. 9:15 left in the third. Quick moving third period. Dangerous pass by Molina. Here comes Leo. Can he control it? No. Matt Clare, no. Back to Siqueiros. Molina. He's going to pop it up to Herrera, trying to use the post-up play. Can he control it? Falls. Oh, and he's able to make the turn and take the shot. No. Tapia. Oh, great stop. Boris Pardo. The rebound came to Omar Tapia, took the shot, and it's smothered. Straight to the keeper. Nice. Nice positioning. Oh, here goes Felipe Gonzalez trying to beat Molina. Nice check by Molina to cut down the angle. Tovar unable to get the left-handed foot shot. Here comes sideline, a side-to-side action here at tonight's Major Arena Soccer League game. This is what we love to see. Back and forth play by both teams, keeping the fans involved. Again, Coyote fans here watching us on the YouTube Live channel, don't forget to join us at the next game here in El Paso. And don't forget to buy your El Paso Coyote Club card. Gives you access not only to a very good preferred seat, but a lot of incentives. Christian Gutierrez, can he get the shot off? Christian Gutierrez! A little step over, takes the shot on his left hand, and beats the San Diego soccer keeper to cut the lead to 1. Christian Gutierrez. with 7:55 left here in the third. El Paso responds with 2 goals coming out of halftime to cut the San Diego deficit to 1. Christian Gutierrez with already his fifth goal in the young season.
That's right, and
Let's not forget about the bet that you made with Christian Gutierrez, that if he surpasses his goal scoring of 51 of last season, that you're going to take him to any dinner that he wants here in El Paso. I wonder where he's going to pick.
no, you know what? I'm gonna take him to Juarez to have a torta. You know where? You know where?
We'll just say we're going to get him a marrambo. We'll leave it there.
Una marrambo.
Coyotes receive the foul. They're going to put the ball back into play. Luna with the left-footed shot. Good intention. And just goes high and wide.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, this fourth goal came, kind of the same like the third one, because it came out of a mistake on of San Diego Soccer when they were playing the ball. They got a loose ball, and then the counterattack. That's exactly the same thing that happened. So that's a good thing for the Coyotes, even though they're not getting the ball right now. And when they get the ball, when the goalkeeper, when Molina gets the ball, sometimes they have a hard time clearing the ball out. But at least they're taking their chances on the counterattack, and it's paying off. So far 2 goals, and goals are goals, so it doesn't matter.
Take them any way you can get
Right.
them. Another thing that last goal of Christian Gutierrez did was get the crowd back into the game. The Porras driving up the el espíritu, the fans here at the El Paso Coliseum at the Wolves Den, and getting everybody involved.
That's right, because at the end of the second quarter we started seeing that the crowd was a little too quiet, and obviously, I mean, you cannot blame them, but it was great.
They needed a spark plug, and the Coyotes have responded with that
Right.
spark plug. All right, we have 6:35 left here in the third. Loose ball. And it's going to be cut off by Rojo. Rojo on the counterattack. He has Herrera. Passes it off to Herrera. He's going to take the shot. No, he was going to try to pass it to Tapia.
I don't even know if that was a shot.
It was
or
between a shot and a pass. But
yeah,
we're going to.
It was not the right decision.
All right. Thanks to everybody watching us on the Borderland TV and spending part of your Thursday night here watching this exciting MASL action opportunity. And they're gonna call a hand.
That was a handball.
A hand on Rojo. Was it out? What's out? Was it out of the area or
Yeah, it was
Manuel?
out of the area, but
Okay.
honestly, it's the same debate as forever, especially in regular soccer. Is the ball going to the hand or the hand going to the ball? So in this case, I think the ball was going to the hand. So, they called it. So we'll just.
And we have a restart and a goal by the San Diego Sockers. Goal by number 17.
Yep,
Ray
that was
Reza.
17.
Again, the Coyotes commit an infraction, reward a free kick to the opponents, and the San Diego Sockers are able to penalize it. So with 5:56 left here in the third, San Diego increases their lead now to 2 goals with a score of 6-4.
And there was a yellow card.
To Leobardo.
Siqueiros.
So the yellow card is going to be, it's not a non-power play, but Leobardo is going to be out for 5 minutes. All right, the Coyotes going to put the ball back into play. So an exciting third period here in El Paso. Molina has to come out of his area. Oh! We have a man down 4. Let's see if they're going to stop play. Oh, man, the Coyotes on the counterattack. Oh, and Salas. Well, there was a player down for San Diego. The ball did not stop, and automatically, and the player now gets on his feet like nothing happened. So we'll leave it at that. Was waiting for the referee to stop the ball. Once he didn't, he got up like nothing happened. All right, again, David Salas had an opportunity for the Coyotes, and he's just off target so far this game. Let's see if he's able to redeem himself later on. Pardo. Gonzalez. And it's going to be a foul against Turi Vega on number 6, Felipe Gonzalez. Olivera. And he's going to receive a foul now from number 7, Diego Salas. Here we go. Ball back into play. Quiroz. Pardo. Cross country to Quiroz. Able to beat Christian Gutierrez. Quiroz trying to filter it through. It's going to be cut off by the Coyotes. Can they counter? Rojo. Rojo is going to work it up. And he's going to lose it. Possible break for the San Diego. No. Quiroz is going to hold it and take their time, are the Sockers from San Diego. We have 4:45 left here. Here comes the Coyotes. The Coyotes. Nice stop by Pardo. Still in possession of the Coyotes. Comes out to Rojo. He has Diego Salas on the left-hand side. Doesn't see him. Passes it to Pareja Rios. Rios looking for an opportunity. Passes it to Diego Salas. Long pass to Rios. On the corner. He's going to play it off the board. And it's going to trickle back to Pardo. He's going to restart it to Felipe Gonzalez. Charging up the right-hand side. Plays it off. Cerda. Oh, nice little give and go again by San Diego. Ball is still loose. Can the Coyotes come up and clear it? It's going to be Rios. And Rios is just going to play it all the way down to try to alleviate some of the pressure for the Coyotes. Escoto. Plays it into Tovar. Tovar against Vidal. Luna trying to power it out for the Coyotes. Still loose. Opportunity. Molina comes out. Oh. Molina comes out. Gets the ball first, but it looks like a two-footed. Was it probably because it was a dangerous play?
It seemed like that.
All right, so the Coyotes. Chuy Molina is going to receive a 2-minute blue card for that aggressive play. Remember, that's one of the rules of emphasis is the two-footed tackle. It doesn't matter if you make the contact with the ball first. So, obviously, Molina can't serve the 2 minutes, so the Coyotes are going to pick somebody out, and they're going to be down a man for the next 2 minutes. All right, we have 3:43 left. Coyotes still down 2. Now we're going to try to kill this power play. So, Manuel, how important is it for the Coyotes to kill out this power play and try to keep it within 2 goals?
It's extremely important, especially with 3 minutes left, a little over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. I mean, they cannot, they cannot receive another goal right now because it would be in the same situation that they were in halftime, but with one less quarter to go. So they need to do good defending here.
Oh, and right off the free start, Olivera slides a pass to Craig Childs, who puts it into the corner. Coyotes caught sleeping a little there. And Craig Childs gets his second goal. Now on the power play. So with 3:42 left, after the El Paso Coyotes start the third quarter getting 2 goals, the San Diego Sockers quickly counter and restore the 3-goal lead that they had at halftime. A new score here in El Paso is the Sockers 7, El Paso Coyotes 4. Here we go. Let's see what. Possible break again for the Sockers. Matt Clare and shoots it over the goal. It looks like Matt Clare had some time to maybe control that ball and maybe find a teammate, and he just looks like he just pressured himself.
Yeah, that's right. And know what? One thing that we have been noticing a lot, especially since the last game, is that a lot of the shots are going way above.
And we're gonna
Now what's
have
gonna happen? A blue
let's
card.
see, blue card against the Coyote player. Now number 20, El Chapa Herrera, went high, and they're gonna call him for a high kick, battling for a loose ball, and after giving up one power play goal less than a minute ago, it looks like the Coyotes are gonna be down a man again. Maybe losing their heads a little, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more than a little, but yeah, something happened there because they were doing so well. They were not having the ball, but at least they were taking advantage of those counterattacks and playing defense, decently. But now again, everything, and they're complaining.
All right,
About the blue card, but yeah.
Damage is done. Adam Gardner has already issued the blue card. And number 20, El Chapito Herrera is going to go serve the 2 minutes for the El Paso Coyotes. And there was an injured player on there for San Diego. Again, number 3, Ray Contreras, the one that made contact with Herrera, and he looks like he's on his own, walking off under his own power, but it looks like he's limping a little. So again, we'll keep an eye out on him and see if he returns back here to play.
I think this is the game with the most injuries
that we've seen so
far.
Just shows you the intensity of the game. All right, San Diego's going to be on the power play. Pardo. It's going to be Childs putting the ball back along with Olivera. Passes it over to Olivera. Childs on top of the key. Childs again. San Diego's not going to rush. They know what they're doing on the power play. Olivera on his left foot is able to stop by Molina. Nice stop by Molina. Molina's just going to loft one to the middle of the field. Christian Gutierrez with the flicker. It's going to go all the way down to Pardo. Here comes Craig Childs again with the ball. In control for San Diego. Olivera. El Pollo Ruiz. One of the new additions from Sonora. Little give and go. Escoto. Matt Clare. Loses a little control of it. Can the Coyotes... Oh, Molina unable to catch it, and he's going to... It looks like he had a little time, but was able to catch it, and he punches it out of play. So it's going to...
Another card.
Oh, and it's going to be a 5-minute for the El Paso star player. We're just going to call it for descent. So Christian Gutierrez, one of the best players, again coming over from Baja Atletico along with and then another El Paso Coyote for descent. So now the captain, number 6, Luna. Again, one of the points of emphasis this year was dissent of the players, being vocal when there was a judgment by the referee, and looks like they're strictly enforcing it. So the Coyotes now have 3 players, Leobardo
Siqueiros,
Ernesto Luna, and Christian Gutierrez are serving yellow card penalties. So again, the El Paso Coyotes losing their heads a little, and they're going to be serving a little bit of. Again, they San Diego's already on the power play because Herrera is serving a 2-minute blue card, and now they have 3 other players are serving parts of the 5-minute yellow cards. So this game could get quickly out of control here for the El Paso Coyotes here in the third quarter. So we'll see what happens.
So I got lost. So how many players are out right now? 4.
4, but they're only 1 down because 3 of them were yellow cards. So when it's a yellow card, it's not you don't lose a man. Only 1 blue card, that was to Herrera. So the Coyotes are still down. San Diego still on the power play. Childs takes a shot about a foot wide, and it's going to come back to Childs. Matt Clare, and they're going to play it all the way back to Boris. Here comes Childs again, the captain. Oliveira trying to get on his preferred left foot. Tries cross court, and it's going to go. It was a hard pass to Matt Clare, who's unable to control it, and it's going to go back in favor of the Coyotes. Let's see if the Coyotes can restart and kill some precious seconds off this power play. Matt Clare is going to cut off the pass to Molina. So Vidal is going to play it down the boards. On the field for the Coyotes is Vega, Rojo, Alex,
Cáceres.
and Vidal, trying to kill out the remainder of this power play. Matt Clare now the top of the key of Childs. Nice, Vidal. Childs was teeing it up, trying to get his third goal, his first hat trick of the season, but it's stopped by team captain Marco Vidal. Again,
So- Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, so far, good defense by the orange shoes team.
the orange shoe posse of the Coyotes trying to kill out this power play. Again, Marco Vidal, one of your favorite players from his time
That's right, one of my favorite.
with los Indios de Ciudad Juárez and also los Tiburones Rojos de Veracruz. Loose ball. Can the Coyotes capitalize? Possible. Here comes Turi Vega. Possible one-on-one. Nice slide by Matt Clare, but they're going to call a... Now they're going to call a blue card against Matt Clare. It looks like it was the two-footed slide.
Honestly, it didn't look like that. The problem is that he.
Was close to the board.
Oh, what?
It looked like...
Honestly, I
We're
don't.
going to try to take a look
Yeah,
at the
I don't know what's
replay.
going on.
But it looks like one of his feet was high, and Turi Vega was, streaking down the board. But okay, so we're gonna be at 4-on-4 action for a little while here, and it's gonna turn into a Coyote power play. So number 99, Matt Clare, the veteran, receives a blue card for sliding along the boards while there was a Coyote player there. And the Coyotes are going to take a timeout. Again, we'd like to thank everybody joining us on Borderland TV and on the YouTube live channel on Major League Soccer, the Major Arena Soccer League. All right, we have a timeout. Jose Luis Trevino just trying to settle down everybody. And again, we'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Airport Printing. For all your printing needs, go to Airport Printing, airportprinting.com. Another proud sponsor of the El Paso Coyotes this season. Again, Emmanuel, if you want to listen to some good sports talk here in the Borderland region, here in El Paso and Ciudad Juárez, who's our go-to station?
Radio Deportiva 1560 AM. If you wanna, what do you wanna watch on TV? On TV, on
Here?
not on TV, on radio.
I want to hear some NFL.
Okay.
I want to hear some Liga
what else?
MX.
There you go.
All right. I want to Liga Ascenso. How about Liga Ascenso?
Liga de Ascenso,
How about the NBA?
NBA.
All right. And
So basically everything,
and-
all the things that you're interested in, just go to Radio Deportiva 1560 AM.
our good friends and proud sponsors of the El Paso Coyotes for the 2017-2018 season. Again, thank you for everybody watching us not only here in El Paso, but to our friends in Southern California, in the San Diego area, La Jolla, Oceanside,
San Isidro.
San Isidro, and of course our friends in Tijuana. El Paso Coyotes putting the ball back into play. The Coyotes now on the power play for the next 2 minutes, or not, probably a little, like a minute and a half, since there was some overlap time. Puentes, Turi, Vega, just goes high. With 30 seconds left, Turi Vega hits the crossbar. We have 25 seconds left here before the end of the quarter. Coyotes trying to scratch out one goal just to try to tighten it up before the start of the fourth. Tapia. Here comes the Coyotes. Shot. It's going to hit Puentes. Possible break for San Diego. No call, no call. Play on, says Gardner. Oh, another crossbar. 2 crossbars in the last minute by the Coyotes. Just some bad luck there. First, it was Turi Vega, and now 24, Hugo Puentes with the crossbars. Denied. And we come to the end of the third. And not before there is an infraction against the Coyotes. We have 1 second left. Here between the third and fourth, we are going to go to a quick commercial break and then come back for the conclusion of tonight's Major Arena Soccer League game. Again, we will be right back after this commercial break.
When a special ability comes naturally, we must nurture it and let it shine. The artistic division at LAT Studio has been developing models and actors for the past 10 years. Models train on real production sets and parade multiple runway shows. Our acting course offers a spring and fall semester for both kids and adults. Come live your dreams under the lights, the camera, and the action. Register online at latstudio.com to try any of our 3 artistic courses absolutely free. Or call us today. East side off Pelicano or west side off Remcon. See you there.
Welcome back to tonight's Major Arena Soccer League game live from El Paso, Texas. And this battle between the Pacific Division, San Diego Sockers, and our Southwest Division, El Paso Coyotes. We're heading to the fourth and final quarter here at the historic El Paso Coliseum, with the Sockers holding a 3-goal advantage over the Coyotes by a score of 7-4. Again, we love hearing from your tweets, and we just want to say hello to Moss King. Moss King has been tweeting us throughout the game, and he has a question for you, Emmanuel. Moss King wants to know, can you please tell us about your own playing experience? How many years have you played indoor soccer?
Indoor soccer
Or soccer in general?
Well, no, indoor soccer, because I've been playing since, I was relatively young. So, yeah, I played indoor soccer for 22 years. And actually, I just stopped playing earlier this year because, my teammates didn't want to play anymore. So I need to find another team. But, yeah, for 22 years. And, obviously not in a non-professional environment all these years. But that's a sport that I've been playing my entire life, basically.
All right, and he also wanted to know if this was the first year of the El Paso Coyotes franchise. It's actually the second year of the Coyotes franchise. Again, last year they were also in the Southwest Division. And he wanted to get in on the action for the Gladiator of the Coliseum. His pick was number 51, Eric Tovar. Tovar so far with 1 goal. So again, thanks to the Moss King for sending us his tweets. And also to Lucas Olivera for sending his tweets. We love hearing from all the fans from San Diego and also from here in the Borderland region. And also, we can't go by without saying our hello to our friends from San Diego, the Deep End supporters. One of our things is that we actually want to go to the game to San Diego to go hang out with the Deep End. So hopefully we'll see if we're able to make it out there. All right, we have the ball is back into play. The El Paso Coyotes still on the power play. Let's see if they're able to. Last quarter, they started off the quarter with 2 quick goals. Let's see if they're able to chip it into the Soccer's lead. David Salas. Here we go again. Christian Gutierrez serving a 5-minute card and unable to be on the pitch right now for the Coyotes. Whoa. Tapia takes 2 shots at it.
That's something you don't see that often.
And, Moss King was asking about our playing experience, and I could probably, that last play by Tapia probably summarizes my playing experience. The 2 whiffs there, so that's about the extent of my playing experience. So back into play,
Stop bragging.
But we love Omar Tapia, and we're so happy to have him here. Of course, last year he was with the Atletico Baja, along with Christian Gutierrez and Ernesto Luna and Manuel Rojo. Great additions, great off-season signings by team president Gil Cantu. Here we go. Coyotes still on the power play for a couple more seconds. Let's see if they're able to capitalize on it. Great pressure. Oh, no. Okay, San Diego is back on its full strength again. 5 against 5. And we're even strength. Oh, and we're going to have Puentes taken down by number 3, Gutierrez. And let's see. I think it's probably just going to be a foul. I don't think it was.
No, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was just a trip. The Coyotes still without leading scorer Christian Gutierrez and one of their captains, Ernesto Luna, who are serving 5 minutes a yellow misconduct or dissent, whatever you want to call it. Adam Gardner was just getting a little yellow card happy. Again, it was one of the points of emphasis for the league this year. Diego Salas being teed up and shoots it high.
And see again another high shot.
That we kind of also mentioned on Saturday that they were taking a lot of high shots.
Right, and you know what? Because actually, just by looking at Tapia right now, after the 2 strikes there, almost got strikeout. It's it's probably the ball because it's a new ball. It's a little lighter, so
they're still adjusting. That's a very good point.
They're still adjusting to the ball. So I can see they're struggling when they take especially long range
Who's the
shots.
man? What balls are they playing with now, Emmanuel?
It's a Mitre. I don't know how to say that in English, so just
Well, just say Mitre.
Mitre.
They're also one of the new partners for this season for the Major Arena Soccer League game. So we, in coming in practice, not in 2 weeks ago, we actually did see that the players, using that new ball in practice and trying to get used to it. Ball loose. Pareja Rios trying to work his way through one defender, two defenders. And it's going to come. Oh, there's going to be some contact against him. And, yeah, there's going to be a foul. Turi Vega throwing his body all around. Never shy to get involved physically. Coyotes down 3 goals. We're down to 12 minutes and 20 seconds. All right, Emmanuel, down 3 goals. We still have a lot of time, a lot of 12 minutes. But at what point, let's see, there's going to be a foul against number 17, Leobardo.
Siqueiros.
Against number 19, Escoto. Put back into play quickly by San Diego. Here comes Quiros. Quiros is going to put it into the corner. Can Turi Vega scoop it out? No. Here comes Ortega. Still in possession of San Diego. It's going to go all the way back to Quiros, one of the true veterans of all the teams here in the Major Arena Soccer League. And it's going to go and it's going to be a goalie restart.
That was a
Craig Charles was asking for a deflection. And it's going to be missed by the officiating crew. All right, here we go. And Christian Gutierrez and Ernesto Luna have come out, have served their 5 minutes, and they're able to participate back again.
They were getting a little rusty.
Sitting around. So we have 11:49 left. My question to you was going to be, being down 3 goals, at what point do you want to maybe take a chance and start pulling, Jesus Molina and putting that 6th attacker in there?
Obviously more towards the end of the game. I mean, not like in the last minute, but probably like, I don't know. Like
last 5 minutes?
5 minutes. 5 minutes
right.
Before the end of the game. And obviously that depends on, what the score is.
What happens in the next.
Right.
So we'll keep us, let's see what happens in the next 5 minutes here of game action. Coyotes, again, San Diego, high pressure from San Diego. It's been effective all day, so it's Phil Salvaggio going, sticking with the high ball pressure. Let's see if the Coyotes are able to break it. Here comes Manuel Rojo.
Manuel Sol.
The old player from many teams of the Liga MX.
Now commentator.
One of our fellow commentators. Christian Gutierrez looking for Tapia. Can Tapia make the turn? Tries to lay it off, cut off. Now it comes to Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to get on the right foot. It's going to be deflected. Puentes. Oh. Tapia was trying to get his 3rd goal of the game. Nice deflection. One of the things of the San Diego defenders is they don't mind putting their bodies on the line and helping out the goalie by making body deflections.
Right, and we just saw this last one and, a couple more during the game where they don't mind. I mean, they don't mind just standing there and getting hit in the face.
Here it comes, and we have a goal for the El Paso Coyotes. Number 7, Diego Salas.
No, it's 58.
I'm sorry, check that. Number 58, El Pareja Rios. So the 5th goal comes with 10:23 left in the game and cuts the San Diego Soccer lead down to 2. Number 58, Rios. Nice little shot of energy that the Coyotes desperately needed. Let's see if they're able to capitalize it. Or if San Diego comes back and, try a nice little chip. Here comes the Coyotes. Salas was trying to do a scissor kick. Counterattack. Full strength. Here comes the Sockers. Oh, nice. Oh, Marco Vidal with the little, just a light little deflection was all he needed was to stop the momentum. And Chuy Molina cleaned up the loose ball.
That was a really dangerous counterattack.
It was almost 3-on-1.
3-on-1.
3-on-1. Escoto just couldn't make the finely tuned pass over to his teammate. So let's see. We'll keep that one in mind of the El Paso Coyotes are able to score the next goal and make it a little closer. Sockers regain control. Can they make an outlet to David Salas? He's going to lay it off to Rios. No. Oh, whoa, whoa. There's going to be, I think that's just a collision. Let's see if there's any foul. Olivera and David Salas. Olivera is screaming at Salas. Let's see if there's... It looks like the two players were just going for the ball. And there's the... Olivera, Amnamit now trying to yell at another Coyote player. It doesn't look like Phil Salvaggio, the head coach, and the whole benching staff screaming. Oh, and they are going to give a 2-minute.
I believe that's going to be to
on David Salas.
San Diego.
Oh, no, it's going to go on Olivera, which is going to infuriate the San Diego. Okay. Olivera, who was thinking he was the one that got fouled, is shown the blue card. It looks like it was a loose ball, and the two players just collided going after the ball. But number 11, we're going to take a look at the replay. Here, back up. And hold on, San Diego, Coach Salvaggio, livid with that call. But it's going to be another power play for the El Paso Coyotes. With 9:39 left here in the final quarter. Let's see if the Coyotes are able to capitalize on the power play.
And I can tell that none of the teams are...
Oh, Tapia. Just unable to make good contact. Again, he's a left-footed player that came to his right foot.
No, I was going to say that neither team is happy with the referees tonight because they've been complaining a lot.
Both teams. We'll emphasize that. Here goes the Coyotes still on the power play. Preston Gutierrez on top of the key. He's going to turn it over to Luna. Luna, left-footed shot off the board. Preston Gutierrez. Oh, here we go. Opportunity for a break for San Diego. Cerda. Gutierrez trying to dig it out. Cerda. Oh, was able to get a shot off. Gonzalez, long shot. Controlled by Molina. Again, the score is 7-5. San Diego leading here. Coyotes trying to make it a little more tighter. Little give and go. Set up. Luna goes cross. Looking for Gutierrez. Unable to connect on him. Was unable to read the pass off the board. Here we go. Coyotes still in possession. Alex.
Cáceres de Colombia.
Luna. Coyotes on the power play. Playing it around the yellow line. Luna tries to curl one in with his left, and it's controlled by the San Diego keeper, Boris Pardo.
He's going to call a timeout.
And they're going to call a timeout. And looks like Coach, I think that timeout is more for Coach let's see. Salvaggio is trying to,
Yeah, goalkeeper called it.
All right, so we have a timeout. Let's do a little game reset. We have 7:57 left in the fourth and final quarter. Here live from El Paso, Texas. The El Paso Coyotes are down by 2 goals. It's down 5-7. Coach Salvaggio is coming over to talk to the referees. Again, that was a point of emphasis, is that the coaches shouldn't be doing that. But I think he specifically took that timeout just to be able to talk to the officials. And we have the fans trying to get the El Paso Coyotes involved and get that last push here. Again, thank you to everybody watching us. All right, we're going to put the ball back into play. But before we do that, we want to say hello to our friends at Switch 105.9 FM. Switch 105.9 FM provides you your favorite English and Spanish pop music. They wanted to give a message to Let's Go Coyotes. All right, we are waiting for the game to come back into play. Again, thank you for everybody sending us your tweets today. Make sure you tweet us at El Paso Coyotes, hashtag EP Coyotes, and hashtag Join Our Pack. All right. Coyotes are going to get a free kick from the top of the yellow line. Still on the power play for a couple more seconds. So they're going to have to, if they're going to score on the power play, they're going to have to do it pretty quick. Gutierrez takes a shot. Deflected out of play by Boris Pardo. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be a breakout by the San Diego. Oh, and Olivera's going to receive the pass from El Pollo and misses it just a foot wide. Here comes the Coyotes now. We're back to full strength, 5-on-5. Olivera came streaking down from the penalty box and missed that potentially goal. All right. And then commits a handball. So we have some nonstop action here in El Paso. Again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Rojo takes a shot. Oh, straight to the keeper. Plays it out to number 63. El Pollo Ruiz. El Pollo makes a turn. It's going to be poked away, but it's going to come back to number 9, Cesar Cerda, and it's going to be a foul against El Pareja Rios. All right, we are here in the fourth quarter and loose action here in the fourth quarter. And we like to say thank you to the Deep End. Thank you for their Twitter and officially inviting us to San Diego for the game.
No. If we make it out to
El
Paso.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Of the Deep End makes it out to El Paso, definitely will. Dinner and adult beverages are on us. Of course, our friends to the Deep End.
What do you mean are on us?
Are on the El Paso Coyote organization.
Because what if the Deep End, what if they are like 100?
The more the merrier. We'll have them stay at the El Paso. We'll have them stay at the El Paso Guardian Inn. The Hilton Guardian Inn. Close to Pollo Ruiz. Opportunity for the Stalkers. Oh, nice heel. Oh! And Luis Ortega was nice pass, nice intention from his teammate, and it goes over. All right, we have 5:30 left here. Still a tight game. Only 2-goal game. Again, Emmanuel, 5:30. Coyotes down 2. We'll keep an eye out for that 6th defender. Let's see how soon Profe Trevino wants to take a gamble.
And you know what? The problem with that is that San Diego is very offensive. So, there you go.
And we have
another
the goal.
one. Childs,
their captain, with his 3rd goal and his first hat trick of the season. So with 5:25 left here in the 4th, the San Diego creeps out a little more, regains their 3-goal lead that they had at halftime, and puts a lot of pressure now on the El Paso Coyotes, and maybe it's going to force the hand of Jose Luis Trevino now to put on that 6th attacker. So we'll take a look at that. Como se dice en español, hay que tirar toda la carne del asador.
Toda la carne en el asador.
So we'll see what.
So I don't remember. Is there a saying for that in English? Since you are the perfect English,
we're just gonna have to go all out and leave everything on the field. I guess it would.
No, I don't like it.
We'll just say throw the carne al asador. All right, we have 5:21 left. Free kick for Christian Gutierrez. Probably gonna go straight. He's gonna go straight. Oh, nice block by Pardo. And it's gonna go restart real quick for the Coyotes. Again, Christian Gutierrez has, after scoring 4 goals last Saturday, has only been able to get on the tally once today. You know, great defending by the Sockers.
Great defending.
Again, remember what we had mentioned earlier is that one of the assistant coaches for San Diego is mi tocayo, Rene Ortiz, who coached Christian Gutierrez on the Mexican national team of the World Cup mini football this past summer, or in October in Tunisia World Cup. So he's used that knowledge very, very skillfully today to shut down one of the league's top players and top goal scorers, Oliveira. Now with 4:30 left, we're going to get into that. You know, the Sockers are not going to be in no rush to set up their offense, and they're just going to be, you know, they're going to make sure they make the correct pass and try to kill the game off the last 4 minutes, you know, pass by pass.
Right, and you know that's what you get. I mean, that's
Contreras, nice. Molina probably, you know, has been the, you know, here you go, counterattack for the Coyotes. Oh, Salas.
Oh.
Salas had an opportunity, had a streaking Christian Gutierrez, and Salas.
See, he went back and he just allowed the defense to set back.
To set back. Here we go. David Salas makes a turn. It's going to be deflected. All right, we have 3:51.
And there you go. They
All
pulled
right,
out
sixth
the
attacker.
goalie.
We have the 6th attacker for the El Paso Coyotes. And the 6th attacker is going to be number 12, the Colombian Alex
Cáceres.
He's in the little green top. Gutierrez. Oh, free ball. Childs going to take it from long range. And Coyotes. Escoto. Great pressure by Escoto, forcing the hand of the Coyotes. And he deflects it out. But losing precious seconds. Precious seconds for the El Paso Coyotes. Again, everybody watching us here in El Paso, we love for you to join us here at the next game. And don't forget to pick up your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. And don't forget to send us your tweets at El Paso Coyotes with the hashtag EP Coyotes and hashtag Join Our Pack. Come visit us here at the Wolf's Den at the El Paso County Coliseum. We are under 3 minutes left. Coyotes still with the 6th attacker out there. And San Diego's going to put the ball back into play. 6th attacker is going to stay out there. Probably, in my estimation, Emmanuel, the MVP for the Coyotes tonight has probably been the goalkeeper, you know, Chuy Molina, with a lot of his, you know, stops, keeping the Coyotes in it, because it could have easily been already, you know, 12 or 13 goals for San Diego. Remember, Chuy Molina was actually a former San Diego Soccer player. He has also played with the Legends of Las Vegas. Tapia with the shot top and deflected by Boris Prado. Coyotes still with possession. Are going to need to do something pretty quick here. 2 minutes left. Luna with the header across the board. Here comes Pollo Ruiz. Pollo Ruiz against the 6th defender. Can he finish him? And he does. From the yellow line, he takes the shot, crosses him, hits the post, and goes in. So the new addition from the Soles de Sonora, number 9, Karim El Pollo Ruiz, gets his first tally as a member of the San Diego Sockers. So we have 154. We have 154 left here, and we now have a 4-goal game here in El Paso, Texas. So it was a good effort by the Coyotes trying to keep it close, but they're just gonna fall short to a more experienced. They're still a more experienced, and at this point, still a better squad than the El Paso Coyotes. Coyotes obviously just got their first franchise victory last weekend. The San Diego Soccer's very veteran-laden team, and they know how to play. They know how to play.
That's right. I mean, that's a great team. That's a great team. So
remember it was they're our pick to win from our bracket, our predictions of division
That's
winners
right.
from our previous game. We picked the San Diego Sockers to actually win their division. So they are already looking in good early season form. Obviously, with the Sockers with already 14 championships under as an organization, they're looking for their 15th this season. Christian Gutierrez takes a shot, and it's going to be deflected by number 9, Cesar Serra. All right, we got 1:15 left here from El Paso, Texas. Christian Gutierrez, Leobardo, and there's a deflection. Yes, there's going to be a deflection and going to be result in a corner kick for the Coyotes. All right.
I mean, that's
Christian Gutierrez goes wide. Diego Salas. Nice little back hitter from Contreras to Pardo. Long outlet. Looking to hit number 6, Felipe Gonzalez. Nice pressure from Gonzalez. We are under a minute here. Again, we hope that you, all fans, keep watching other major Arena Soccer League action throughout the weekend. Games on through YouTube Live.
There you go.
Through YouTube Live. Oh, nice shot. A little wide. The major Arena Soccer League channel on YouTube Live. Check out all the action this weekend. Plethora of games. Not only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, we're down to 21 seconds left. Again, we like to. It takes a lot of work behind the cameras to get our production. So we like to thank everybody with Digital Media for making all the magic, especially executive producer Omar Chavez. Last chance further. No, they're gonna play out the clock, and we are at zeros. It is a final here from El Paso, the first game of the season for the San Diego Sockers, and they improved to 1-0 with a pretty solid, convincing victory by a score of 9-5 against the El Paso Coyotes. The El Paso Coyotes fall to 1-1 here on this early season, but a lot of good things to like from the Coyotes so far. And head coach Jose Luis Trevino, players are gathering in the middle of the field just to shake hands and show respect for tonight's games and each other as players. Again, we're going back. We'd like to thank everybody at the Digital Media, Digital Creative, that goes into doing a live broadcast. We have camera on the cameras. We have Mario and Melissa doing an outstanding job getting those great footage of video, not only from the top but also game level. And our executive producers, Enrique Nunez and Omar Chavez, for manning the computers and getting us in and out. My broadcast partner tonight was Emmanuel Marquez. Emmanuel, any final words?
well, the Coyotes are gonna have to do a lot of work this week to fine-tune those little things that went wrong, that especially against a team like San Diego, they're gonna look bad. So those little mistakes, losing the ball on defense, or just as simple as letting one of the first goals that the defense totally opened, and they let the players just walk through the middle, stuff like that needs to be they need to talk about it and improve those little details. But especially like the first quarter, because it was very close, very close. Both teams were playing very very well on offense, on defense, on everything. Second quarter was a little more tilted towards the San Diego Sockers, and that's when a lot of the mistakes from the Coyotes.
Give credit to San Diego. They're able to turn those turnovers, those mistakes into goals.
Exactly.
Something that the El Paso Coyotes still need to learn how to do.
Right. That's
But
true.
that'll come with time under the tutelage and great coaching of Jose Luis Trevino.
Right, and again with a great coach like Jose Luis Trevino and great players with the new additions and everything. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. I think soon they will be playing more. What's the word that I wanna
More confident,
say with more confidence and more with less mistakes. I won't say that.
All right. So the player of the game is going to be Craig Childs, a hat trick, 3 goals, the all-time leading scorer of the San Diego Sockers, adds to his grand tally of the team. And Coyote fans, don't forget the next Coyote game is actually an away game. They're going to pay back the visit to Rio Grande, who came here last Saturday. They're going to be going down to the Rio Grande Valley on November 19th. November 19th on the Sunday. And it's going to be from State Farm Arena. And again, you could catch that away game on the YouTube Live channel being broadcast by Rio Grande Valley. It's going to be a 6:05 Mountain Start Time. And please join us here in the Coliseum next time. The next home game is going to be Saturday, December 2nd. It's going to be a clash of the Turlock Express, another Pacific Division team coming to El Paso to visit our El Paso Coyotes. You get your tickets now through any Ticketmaster location or at the El Paso County Coliseum box office. So again, the final score here from El Paso is the San Diego Sockers 9, the El Paso Coyotes 5. From myself, Rene Rocha, and all our broadcast team, Emmanuel Marquez, we like to wish everybody good night, buenas noches, be safe, drive safely, and we'll see you next time. Good night, be well.